Hey everyone, it's Michael Kikle. I hope you're doing well today, and I have a video here to talk about a game this time around. It's been a while since I've done a game review. I don't really play games a whole lot lately. Since about Christmas time, I've been kind of taking breaks and stuff, just mostly enjoying TV shows from the backlog and movies. And I've wanted to get around to playing some games recently. I actually tinkered around with 4 different games yesterday, 2 enough that I could do a review on it, this being one of them. And this game is for PS4. It's called Motorcycle Club. I believe by the dates on the back of the box and the reviews I saw dated on YouTube after tinkering with this game, you could say, that it was probably about 11 years ago when it came out. 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. And the game did not have a good reputation. But the reason I bought Motorcycle Club was because, of course, I love racing games. I play pretty much any racing game I can get my hands on. The older I get, the more I love this kind of thing. And I was really excited to see what this game would be like. I had seen it at the local store probably 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and I would just pick up different stuff instead. And I noticed it was still there yesterday. Or not yesterday, a few days ago when I went. I'm getting my days mixed up. 4th of July weekend and everything. I went the other day and I saw it, and I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and grab it. So I did. And I gotta be honest with you. I was shocked with how bad this game was. Motorcycle Club might be one of the worst racing games I've ever played, especially now. It's not because of like a bad story. It's not because of really anything but terrible gameplay, terribly awful generic music, that there's not even really music during the actual game itself, like when you're playing it. Only at like menu screens and stuff, like the bar you kind of start out in for the menu every time. And it has a lot of different modes and stuff like racing and that kind of thing, but it's not fun. One of the biggest proposals to make this game unique as a gimmick was that you would be able to drive 3 different motorcycles you could customize, and that when you would get to certain parts of your track in a race, that you'd be able to have to use one of these 3 motorcycles that you hit different buttons on your controller to switch through, to switch to the one you need for certain paths. And what made me realize this was a thing, and I thought it was odd at first until I started researching it, I was driving down a road in a race, and then I hit this one area that felt kind of like it was more, I don't know, it felt like the game broke, like it got buggy. Everybody's motorcycles were going so slow, and I mean like a mile an hour at this point, for this whole street. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I realized apparently you can switch the motorcycles. And people online were complaining about how much of a needless gimmick this was. And believe me, it is. It is truly a stupid gimmick. And with that being said, the tracks themselves, I actually like. I think they look good. I think the graphics for those places, the locations, a little bit of the detailing that you can see, those things look kind of cool. The motorcycle and driver, like, it's odd if you crash, you just get like a full reset. It's not like your rider can go flying off like Nico Bellic or anything. It's not like that, which is kind of a shame. But oh well, Gran Turismo typically doesn't have damage, so, nothing has to be perfect is what my point is. And so, those things kind of put me off, but what really put me off was the steering on the game. Have you ever had a bad racing game that kind of tilts the camera like most modern racing games do when you take turns? That's what this one does, but not in the well done way. It does it in a way that, like, as your motorcycle turns, it goes too much in a Dutch angle camera fashion, but you have to keep hitting the turn button because it feels like sometimes it's trying to be modified to play as a sim racer. But clearly it is not supposed to be that by the design of the tracks, the design of the speeds and whatnot you're supposed to go, then the gimmick about the motorcycle change up and stuff that for some reason the other drivers and AI around me don't know they need to do too. It's terrible. I played this for probably 20, 30 minutes and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And it was a little bit of the awkward silence from no music during the races. It was the constant accidental crashing from courses that I like, but not having motorcycles that drive smooth enough where you can brake smoothly enough to make these turns evenly and fairly, I guess, is really the word I'm looking for. Motorcycle Club was shockingly bad. If you love racing games, or if you love motorcycle games, this is going to be terrible. But it's kind of one of those ones that are not as fun as something like DT Racer, which is also a piece of shit for PS2. It's not insanely ridiculous like DT Racer is, where it's almost cartoonish and like you can't finish a race. This one, you have the attempt, and I think I even won a race or two, but I just don't like the game. Everything about it is shitty. The Dutch camera angle shifting and all that. It's just terrible. I hate this shit. Probably never going to play it again. I immediately took it out and jumped to the next game I'm about to review, because I needed to get away from it. I don't want to waste any more time on this. Now the review is done, and now I don't have to. You know what I mean? So anyway, have you played Motorcycle Club? What do you think about it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Thank you all for watching. Please put your thoughts and comments about it down below. What's your favorite and least favorite PS4 racing games? Let's do that. Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. What's the best motorcycle racing game you've ever played? I'd love to know if I already played it or not. Or maybe I already own it and haven't touched it yet. So, yeah, leave that down below. That's a good question to ask, too. Thank you again. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.